Hi there, it's Rob here from Gym Tin. I hope you're well. Welcome to the second part of our foam rollering talk. Okay, so grab yourself a pint of water, close the doors, let people know you are listening to a nice 10 minutes of relaxation and information to help you progress and better yourself. Here you go. Here's 10 minutes. Grab yourself a drink of water. Cheers. So wherever you are, if you're listening to it in the car or in the podcast or on the train, you're very welcome. Okay, so here we go. So last session we talked about foam rollering, which are these guys here. I use them. I think they're brilliant. They are great for helping to lengthen and keep the muscles nice and straightened. There's different versions of these around. This one is nice and ribbed as well, which means it can get into the myofascia of the muscles quite well. And also this is one that vibrates and oscillates as well, as you can see with the blue button on here. And there's different intensities on here, which as you can hear, it's vibrating as well. So really good for helping to relax out the stretch reflex and also, in my opinion, the Golgi tendons of the muscles as well. So, but why use it and why bring it into it? There's a lot of evidence to suggest that, yes, foam rolling is very safe for you if you know how to use them and you are using them effectively, okay? And there is some evidence to suggest as well that you can feel a bit more relaxed after workout by stretching and rollering properly, which is by and large tied in with how the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in to help you to rest and digest after your training session. So the last session we talked about all the benefits of it, which is about easing muscle pain, helping to reduce the amount of delayed onset muscle soreness. So that's the muscle soreness that you will feel after your training session. It will help you to, as every form of flexibility should aim to do, it will increase the range of muscles of those the range of motion of those muscles, and also the range of motions correspondingly to the joints that it moves. It will temporarily reduce the appearance of cellulite. So there we go. There's some evidence into that. If you use it appropriately in various areas like hamstrings, hip flexors, lower back, shoulder blades, certainly around the rotator cuff muscles as well, it will help you to relieve some back pain. And if you struggle with things like fibromyalgia, Parkinson's, motor neuron disease, etc., these can be really beneficial in helping to stimulate the muscles, but also to help to strengthen, lengthen, and relax them as well, especially if they've been under a bit of duress. So this session was about, is it safe, and what are the concerns, what are the problems? Well, it's the same with most things in life. If you know how you're using it, they can be incredibly beneficial. And if you don't know how to use it, they could be quite harmful for you. So here's a couple of points, and there's some general advice here to help you with it as well. Make sure that you are using it appropriately and that you've warmed up first. So you've got some warmth and some dexterity into those muscles. Now you're going to be using the roller to help you to stretch out those muscle fibers. Be careful, though, where you're using it as well. So make sure you're using it on the muscle fibers themselves rather than onto the joints. So avoid things like your knees, your ankles, your elbows, your wrists, etc. Any of the joints of the body, just try and avoid those. Make sure you're actually working on the muscles themselves rather than the joints, because with the roller in the way, it's an alien body, you can feel that you're going to hyperextend or hypermobilize those joints, which could result in injury to the joint and also injury to the muscles and the tendons and ligaments surrounding them. So just be aware of that. These are great if used correctly during pregnancy. So to help release tension and help to keep your flexibility as well. Just make sure a couple of things onto this. One, you've consulted with your midwife, and also make sure that you're following suitable training with that. So consult a suitably qualified personal trainer or physiotherapist that can help you with that journey. Be just mindful about avoiding the joints, making sure that you are working on the muscles. And the other part as well is if you've had an injury recently as well, so like a sprain or a strain, be sure that you're not massaging directly onto those areas. Okay, make sure that you are following your RICE properly, so your rest, your ice, your compression, your elevation, making sure that you are following the advice of your physiotherapist or whoever your physician is that you're seeing, until you've got that injury back on track. Okay, so once the healing is completed, then start looking at doing maybe some passive stretching onto it first. And then after a couple of weeks, maybe look at dynamic stretching, developing from there, and then bringing in some foam rolling as well, where you're adding a bit of compression onto the muscle to help get back to the striated nature of those muscles. The other part is make sure you're educated with all this as well. It's very easy to listen to some wrong advice out there in the industry. A lot of people would say maybe foam rolling the ITB, the iliotibial band on the lateral side of the thigh. I can't see any point in doing that because, you know, it's a very fibrous and dense group of connective tissue. And what you should be looking at is stretching and mobilizing the muscles above that into what's called the TFL, or the tensor fasciae lati. So if you're a runner and you're finding you're getting stiff on your hips and your pelvis, etc., then really do have a look at where the muscles are associated to where you're feeling the pain. Because where you're feeling the pain will sometimes and always be the victim, but actually what's actually causing the pain is the one that you want to go and deal with. Okay, so again, you know, maybe going to see your physiotherapist, going to see a sports massage therapist, or somebody that can help you identify those problem areas and what actually needs to be released. So there we go. How to choose them? Well, there's loads of different vibrating rollers out there. There's flat rollers, there's ribbed ones, there's textures, there's covered ones, there's wider ones for working longer, there's bigger, bigger diameters as well. So again, consult with your personal trainer to see how they're going to help you to bring that into your training program as well. And then just a couple of tips of really how to get started with it as well. If you've decided that you do want to bring foam rolling in, which again, I would highly recommend that you do. Start with light pressure to start off with. Make sure that you're rolling properly over the muscles and using your body weight appropriately. Too much pressure is obviously going to cause bruising, could cause inflammation, could cause an injury to you as well. So make sure that you're doing it safely and securely. Go slowly. The slower you go, the deeper you'll get into the muscles, so the more release you'll get out of that. And try and work maybe about 10 seconds of rolling onto those different muscle groups and see if you can build it up. You know, obviously, the better your dexterity and your fitness, you might feel that you can do 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes of foam rolling, and you get some major improvement from it from there. The other key part, as always, is make sure you properly hydrate as well afterwards, so you're getting as much fluid into there to help you to get your fluid up there, to help you with replenishment, to help you to recover quicker and to reduce the amount of delayed onset muscle soreness, so you're getting ready for your next training session. So I hope that was really useful for you. Yeah, lots and lots of benefits here for foam rollering. So ease the muscle pain, ease the muscle tension, increase your range of motion. Again, you can temporarily reduce the appearance of cellulite, you can relieve your back pain, and again, if you've got some other medical condition like fibromyalgia, it's going to help you with that journey as well. Keep it safe, keep it relevant, choose the right type of foam roller that you're going to be using, okay, and then make sure you're using it in tandem with your clinician or your personal trainer so that you're using it safely. Plenty of really good videos out there as well to help you on that journey. And again, as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you did it live, #live, did it on replay, #replay. And as always, if I can help you, please do get in contact. Cheers. Enjoy your training. Get rolling. Cheers.